Hey guys, back with another cut test. I'm excited about this one. It's a steel that I'm really anxious to know how well it performs because it's a steel that I really like, and I hope this doesn't make me not like the steel. It's Spyderco Military in CTS-XHP, which is pretty much a powder metallurgy stainless version of D2. So this should be a very good performer. This is a freehand edge at approximately 36 degrees inclusive. It is freehand, so there's going to be some variation in there. You're going to see me wearing two band-aids. It's not because I've cut myself, it's because the cutting board is really rough on my fingers. When I'm cutting, I kind of drag it on the cutting board, so I'm going to wear band-aids so that I don't further injure myself. I'm going to make you hear the autofocus. Going to slap these band-aids on, and then I'm going to start the test. I really hope that this steel performs really well, because I really like it. I don't want to dislike it after this. Same deal. 3 feet of 3/4 inch rope that I unbraided into 3 strands of 1/4 inch, which makes 9 feet approximately. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start cutting. Just made a mess. Forgot to show you initial sharpness. Definitely extremely sharp. Hair whittling, in case any of you were wondering. Just made a huge mess. Doesn't matter. Gonna go ahead, start slicing. Wow, this thing is definitely the best slicer so far. Most comfortable handle, and that extra blade length makes it slice extremely well. This is a treat. Normally by now I'm already starting to feel fatigued, and I mean, I know that sounds crazy, but this stuff is tough to get through. I'm going to go ahead and test sharpness after the first few cuts, and it's doing extremely well so far. Happy about that, but that could change fairly rapidly. This blade length does lend itself to slicing very well, so that's very good. I'm not having to use as much pressure as I normally do. I'm not sure what the contributing factor to that is. Could be edge geometry, actual geometry of the blade. Hey Remy, what are you doing, buddy? My dog's coming in here to check on me. No, get out of the trash, buddy. This is a messy endeavor. Alright, gonna check focus. Shouldn't have messed with it. I think we're about spot on. I always like to check after the first 3 feet is up. Still doing extremely well. There's one little catch in there, but it still slices fairly easily, honestly. This is... Oh, I'm not done, actually. Shit. Oh well. Thought I was. Kylie pointed out a possible mistake on my part with the ZT551. I stated that thicker edge geometry would make a more stable edge, and he pointed me to some information that was kind of contrary to that fact. So I'm still not exactly sure why that knife didn't perform as well as it should have, but that may have been a factor in it. So I want to annotate that into that video sometime soon. Still definitely able to slice this phone book paper. So that's pretty good. That's a lot better than most steels have done so far. I think this is going to fall into that working edge, kind of similar to CTS-XHP and S90V. Of course it won't perform on their level, but it will be fairly close. I'm still not having to put much force into these cuts at all. This is probably the least fatiguing test I've done so far. And I'm not scratching up my knuckles, so it's definitely not as uncomfortable as most of the tests have been. Gonna go ahead and press on. I think I'm going to test cold steel, the American Lawman in AUS8A. That will go along with a budget steel theme that I've had going recently. In my experience with cardboard, that knife does really well, but cardboard is totally different than this, and so it'll be interesting to see how it performs on this road. I have had people ask me why I don't just test on cardboard, and the main reason is that I'm looking for consistency in the test media, and even if you get cardboard from the same exact manufacturer, it's all going to be slightly different, and I don't know why that is, but it's all different and you can't avoid it. So with lack of consistency, there's lack of reliability. So this thing has a couple nicks in it, but if you just pass right through those nicks, then it slices. So right now I'm still calling this a phone book paper slicing edge, and that's after, well, it does still cut, but I think I can call it. Jesus. I think the phone book paper slicing edge is dead. So I'm gonna chunk this. And grab another Band-Aid. Try and do this without eating a whole bunch of time up. Literally the exact same place I cut myself the other day. Whatever. Gonna press on. I was talking with Big Bubba about this, Big Bubba on YouTube. This is a really good way to cut yourself, because if you're not paying 100% attention to the cut, it's easy to dig into your fingers. Jeez. It is getting a little bit more difficult to cut now, so I can feel the difference in the sharpness. So I'm going to test on phone book paper one more time just to try. And if it wasn't for those rolls or chips, I'm not sure which it is, it would still slice. So the edge is very sharp still. But I think we're just going to call it a printer paper slicing edge, which it still push cuts printer paper, so it's still very sharp. I don't want to give a comparison yet until I'm done, but right now I would say it's performing close to where M4 did. Which is awesome news, because a stainless blade that performs like M4's is pretty awesome. Although M4 doesn't really rust that easy. Definitely still one of the least fatiguing knives that I've tested yet. I have no hot spots at all, so that's a first also. It does have a big handle, so that's probably most of the reason for that. Come on now. Let's get through this. Down to wool. Try and make it 2 cuts. Last one. Got cleanly through it. Okay. So I forgot to do this last time also. I want to show that the edge still does work. Still. Oh yeah. That's no problem at all. Very minimal effort doing that. Still very sharp, actually. This is pretty surprising. I expected it to do well, but other than that those 1 or 2 places that it rolled or chipped, I'm thinking it's probably going to be a roll. It's actually really sharp, and there's not much resistance in the cut at all. I mean, it's still almost able to push cut. Let's see if it can possibly get through this. No, it's not sharp enough for this anymore. But I think only one knife has been close to that, and that was the, well, 2 knives, the CTS and S90V. CTS-X, or 20 CP, sorry. Still a very sharp knife, and I feel safe saying that it performs at least as well as M4. If they were different, then it's very subtle, and I can't really tell it in my tests. So that's very, very good. A military with a blade steel similar to M4, I like it a lot. That's a big blade, and it seems to cut for a long time, so that's pretty cool. I hope you enjoyed, guys. Let me know what knife you'd like to see next. I know I have the 301 to do. I think we're going to do the American Lawman in AUS 8A. And the Mannix 2 and 154 CM. But if you have something you'd like to see specifically, then let me know, and I'll try and get it done. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.